you said yesterday that you hoped your team today would come out with energy out of the gates, even after that tough loss on Tuesday. Was there something you saw in practice this week? How do you think they were able to?
Here's what I saw. I saw our older guys, Max, Spike, and Zach Urban. I mean, they were really they were disappointed. They showed it, and the coaches, we all felt it. We all felt it, but we didn't show it. We thought it was a really important time in our program that our young guys would not get down after what was as difficult a loss as any Michigan team has had. It would right with the the Wisconsin loss, the championship loss to Indiana. It's just difficult to get over, and our kids moved on, and the coaching staff did a great job of helping them in that. But Zach and Spike and Max, they did it behind the scenes and out in practice.
Chris?
You got a young team with a lot of young guys who played a lot of minutes. Do you think this is the kind of team that can make a run in a Big Ten tournament?
Yeah, I look at the Big Ten tournament and just watch where you look at our scores, and with the exception in the Big Ten, with the exception of a few games, I mean, we either won or we lost in close situations, and so I think it is we have a chance against everybody, and so our scores should merit that. Now, obviously. If Auburn's going to make 8 threes every game, we got a much better chance. And Mac's going to give us double-doubles. But it was just really good. I don't think we can go into this game, and any of these games, and say, hey, we have no chance. We got to say we showed that this year, that we can stick with a lot of people.
Right in the middle with Rod.
John, Aubrey's 8 3-pointers was one off the school record. One, did you guys...
Who has it? Gar Thompson has it? Who has it?
Gar Thompson had 9 and 8, and Glenn had 8 also. But were you guys aware that he was that close? And just his performance today, just emblematical of all the stuff you wanted to see of the growth in his game.
I don't know what records people hold, so I would never know it. But Tom he probably usually tells me after the fact. But there's been tremendous growth in him being able to get when he got it, we could shoot, but he had to get it off quicker, and he's worked hard at that. And he's got a mentality, he's got a short memory when it comes to when he misses. He's got you back out there loading the gun and shooting it again. So he worked really hard at this. Really happy for him. While that's not the only thing he works on, he's working in other parts of his game as well. But that was big for us to be able to spread the court, and him to be able to knock him down today was big.
Dick?
John, this was a year where Max said that he was finally healthy, and he felt like he really started to enjoy the game again. Yeah. What did you see, just from top to bottom?
The biggest factor tonight was his 50-50 rebounds that he got. He just went and got the ball, and that's big. And I don't think he is quick to do that in the years past because he just delayed because of injury. So he's had issues with his feet, with his ankle, and obviously with his hip. And he is playing really. And we saw bits of that in practice over the years, but then we would see all of a sudden either the injuries take hold or his inexperience take hold. So that was a great performance today.
He said you guys will meet. You guys will talk after the season.
Yeah, we probably will talk after the season.
Is it closed yet on if he comes back, or do you not know?
I don't think anything's ever closed, but I wanted to make sure that we under-promise and over-deliver. So make sure that he knew that this was his last year, and if I would like him to go out and explore some options. Right? We'll look at some options. We'll decide whether it's a good option to come back.
Has the NIT come up at all? Do you guys talk about it as a potential goal or anything?
No, not at all. It's just one game at a time, and we'll see whether there's. I know that it's not like the good old days when they would look at it and say, okay, Michigan, they're gonna have a great crowd and it's a great option. They're gonna take the most deserving teams out there. And it's difficult. We have 15 wins. Difficult for a team with 15 wins, but we would be a great representative of the Big Ten if it happened.
And can you use the idea of playing the managers as a reward and actually getting them in the game? What that kind of means to the behind the scenes stuff that we see?
I mean, they're not actually they're on the roster. They're not managers. They're on the roster. We have enough managers. When we had all the injuries. We had they were managers, and then we started dressing them. You're right, and so we sort of in the manager games, the word came out that Johnny and Ryan could play, and they were all right. And we were looking for somebody when Derek went down and Karras went down, so they came in and just did a really good job. They didn't get in awful lot, but this last week Ryan played, and Johnny did the week before. So I said to John, it was really, I said to John, he's going in the locker room, what was it like out there? And John said, I'm just after the warm-up, before the game, what was it like, John? And he said, that was amazing. And that sort of just took me and said, boy, that was the right thing to do then. Because he's a great young man, and so is Ryan. And so this is sort of puts a lot of things, and the team was happy for him as well.